What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. But this time, it is the team builder for a Showdown League, BBL Season 9 Arceus Division. It is a showdown format of the BBL. You guys love the BBL. We've gotten to what? The finals last season in the Wi-Fi division. We're doing really well so far in the Wi-Fi division this season, but this time around we are facing off against a couple different people that we don't really challenge off against very often in the Wi-Fi setting. And the reason we're doing this is because, well, Liv is giving me a hand with it because I am very overwhelmed right now, but I'm wearing ears. I'm wearing the Disney ears that I got Julia while we were in Orlando because that is what our chat voted on. We are going to be streaming every single game, including our week 1 battle, which is going to be happening right after I actually do this recording, and that'll be streamed on Twitch and then uploaded to YouTube at a later date. Hey, J. Ricky, how are you? I'm hoping that this entire, we'll call it experiment, is going to work out well for us because we've done it in the past. We've done really well too. So this is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to go ahead and jump into what our team's going to be. I'm going to leave the chat alone for the time being, but let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's just do it, okay? This league was crazy. There was a budget of 160 points. I think the highest point total, if I'm not mistaken, was like 41-ish, around that range, for some really broken stuff like Arceus Normal, Calyrex, Shadow Rider was allowed, Zacian was allowed. It was just insane. But we ended up having, I think it was like the 10th pick overall, and we could definitely have a lot of really, really good options. But our first overall pick is going to end up being Arceus Ground. Let me go and put up Arceus Ground on the chat here. So Arceus Ground is insane. 120 base stat across the board is amazing. It has coverage for basically everything that you could possibly want to have coverage for. It does have to hold the ground plates. I think it's the earth plates. Here we go. It has to pull the earth plates because Z moves are banned. And if I'm running Judgment, it will be a special ground move, which is not bad at all. Ground Arceus is arguably one of the best Arceuses out there. After normal, it's probably this or Steel or Fairy, and it can do just so many different things. I've used Arceus before in the past in Season 1 of the BBL, which we used Arceus Bug. It was not that good, but this time around, Arceus Ground has so many resistances, key immunities. Very, very excited to use this Pokemon. It's going to be an absolute monster to be able to prep for. Really good speeds here to start off. Gets hazards, gets access to a ton of really good recovery options, but on top of that, it can just be an amazing breaker for a team, an amazing sweeper, an amazing win condition. Really excited to see how Arceus Ground does for us this season. It was 35 points of our 160 point budget, so it is very expensive. Our next mon, however, is a mon we're gonna have a lot of familiarity with, and I wanted a couple other things. I really wanted Magearna here, but unfortunately Magearna did get sniped, and we decided to go with our old favorite, Solgaleo, for 29 points. This is our Xerneas counter, because in this game, in this league, Xerneas can use Geomancy, and this Pokemon is one of the best counters to Xerneas out there. It is a really solid Pokemon, has access to amazing physical move pool, Sunsteel Strike, Psychic Fangs, Earthquake, Flame Charge, Flare Blitz, all these tons of really good coverage moves. Gets Teleport for momentum, gets access to Thunder Wave for support, Morning Sun as well, has a really amazing amount of utility, and just its stat distribution is fantastic. Its attack stat 137, incredible. HP 137 as well, amazing. A very, very, very strong Pokemon. Super excited to see what we can do with it. I should probably make it a little bit bigger, so I'm gonna do that. That's maybe too big. Now, you know, this here works out just fine. So we're gonna go ahead and stick with this. Like I was saying, this Pokemon, insane. Super excited to see what we can do with Solgaleo. 29 points for an amazing Pokemon I'm very happy with. The main thing is it also resists the ice moves that are going to be coming the way of the Arceus, which is really good. Arceus is being weak to grass, ice, and water. And I think that's it actually, right? Pretty sure that's what ground is weak to. Yeah. Anyways, that's what ground is weak to. We resist 2 of those types, which is fantastic. Really like this Pokemon. 97 base speed is also fantastic. Overall, super solid Pokemon. I used it before in the past and had a lot of success with it. Our next mon, again, one other Pokemon, but I felt like at this point in time, getting a Naganadel was really, really scary. This was 19 points, so not super expensive. Funnily enough, this Pokemon is an Uber and is less expensive than our next Pokemon, which is not considered an Uber. But this Pokemon, crazy strong, gets access to a ton of different utility moves in this generation, getting access to both spikes and toxic spikes. And that's really good because it forces a lot of Pokemon out, and getting access to both T-Spikes and regular Spikes can change the game for a team really well, especially because I don't want to be locked into running like rocks on my Arceus. We do have access to a ton of really good coverage options, whether it's Dragon or Flying or Dark or Fire or Poison or whatever it is, but a very strong Pokemon and nasty plotting up. If I do want to run max speed and speed boost nature, or not speed boosting beast boost, I can do so by reducing the amount of special attack investment I go with and increasing the amount of HP or defense or speed def I can have here as well. It's a very strong Pokemon, can start rolling really, really well. It is another Pokemon weak to ice. It is a Pokemon weak to ground as well for the Solgaleo, but I do think the combination is really strong and it gets U-turn as well. So we have a bit of momentum core going on with the Solgaleo and with the Naganadel. Our next mon is going to be a Pokemon that Liv kind of talked me into. I really didn't want to draft it, but you know what? Liv is queen. She knows exactly what she's talking about when it comes to Ubers. So we kind of took a page out of her playbook and we drafted for 20 points. Zarude. 20 points for this thing, not 30, 20 points. It was insanely expensive, but this Pokemon does a lot of good things. Number one, it's an amazing Scarfer in this format because there's a lot of really fast Psychic types, and this Pokemon can outspeed them, fire off a really powerful 120 base attack, Darkest Lariat or U-turns. Very powerful, gets access to momentum, which is amazing as well, gets access to a really unique move pool on top of that. The speed tier at 105 is really strong. Right now our speed is looking insane. We have 3 Pokemon at 105 or higher and 1 Pokemon at 97. It's insanity. And on top of this also cuts the speed tier basically perfectly between Arceus and Solgaleo, which is really nice as well. But in general, what this Pokemon really is going to be here for is it's one of the best answers to both Ghost, or not to both, but to all 3 of the Ghost, the Darks, and of course the Psychic types in the format. Really, really awesome. And it resists ground as well for our Solgaleo and our Naganadel. Really excited to see what we can do with Zarude. I've used it once before in the past, early on in its lifespan in the format, but now it's a bit more experimentation. For 20 points. I'm not mad at it at all. Our next mon is going to be a Pokemon that I've had a lot of success with in the past before, especially in Ubers in the BBL specifically, where we had it as when I think it was like 7-1 or 7-2 in a season of the BBL, and we had the best record in the league, and that is when we Mega Lopunny. Yes, Megas are allowed. This thing was 16 points. Now, obviously, the unfortunate part about this is return. While it says it's available here, cut moves are not allowed in this format. So that means return, what's it called? I was gonna say depression. No, return, frustration are both banned. So we can't actually use those moves at all, which means like the best normal move we can run is like Mega Kick. Okay, which is unfortunate. There's a couple other normal moves that we do get access to that might be a bit better. Facade is not bad. Fake Out is solid, of course. Quick Attack is really good, but we can't use the main ones we really want to go for, which is super unfortunate. But on top of that, Close Combat, really strong. This thing in this generation gets U-turn now, which I absolutely love. You guys know me and U-turn. I love it. 3 Pokemon with U-turn is fantastic. Really excited to see what we can do with Mega Lopunny. It boosts our speeds here again to 135 at our peak, which is amazing. It's deceptively bulky as well, with 94 and 96 in its defenses respectively. Has great coverage options, and it just is a Pokemon that I really, really enjoy. And the priority that it has on top of the 136 attack, ability to hit ghost types with its normal and fighting stab is really, really solid. I love this Pokemon, and I think it's gonna be a fantastic addition to our team. Our next mon that we picked up, surprisingly, this Pokemon was still around, and for 12 points, I'll definitely take. We ended up going with Togekiss, if I can spell it out correctly. There we go. Togekiss for 12 points. This is a fantastic counter to some dark types in the format, some ground types in the format. It's a fairy and a flying type, gets access to Defog, so we want to rely on our Arceus. For that, I believe it gets to Defog. Arceus does. I'm pretty confident it does. Yeah. So either way, this gets Defog. It gets access to Thunder Wave and Air Slash, which is going to be deadly. It gives me a speed tier base 80, which I didn't have before. It's very bulky. It can be very offensive. Can set up Thunder Wave. Just a lot of support options. Healing Wish as well. No, Healing Wish. I thought I got Healing Wish. Not a big deal. Heal Bell is still very important in case I run like a Rest Arceus or something, or my Arceus gets toxic. Whatever the case may be, very solid Pokemon, ground immunity. I really needed it. I like Togekiss to the addition of this team. Our next mon, if I go ahead and add this, we have 11 Pokemon on the team, so this will be the last one we do. Our next Pokemon, at this point, I'm running low on points. This is the last Pokemon I draft that has at least, let me think about this. This Pokemon has, every other Pokemon that we draft has 7 points or fewer. So this Pokemon here is very strong, and it is our first fire type. It's a Pokemon that actually is very strong, and it's going to be not Volcanion, Volcarona. There we go. Volcarona for 13 points is very strong. The ability to just Quiver Dance up and win a game outright is definitely something to be afraid of. A lot of Pokemon might be weak to the Bug Stab or the Fire Stab or the Psychic coverage or Flying coverage or whatever the case may be. It can Quiver Dance once and then just set up all over Special Breakers, which is insane. Really, the main thing is I have to be wary of hazards. But hazard, I have a decent amount of hazard removal options with my Arceus and my Togekiss at this point in time. This thing also gets access to hazard removal and defog, but most of the time I'll be running boots on this Pokemon trying to set up or be a little bit defensive with Will-O-Wisp. Who knows? Very strong Pokemon, 100 base speed, really insane special attack. I believe this is our highest special attack on a Pokemon so far, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, Volcarona, very strong Pokemon, like it a lot. I think this Pokemon can be absolutely insane in the right situation, and we have used it once in the past before when we had Yveltal on our team, and I think it was BBL season 6 or season 5, and we did decently well with it. We swept a couple of different times, and it is just an absolute menace to prep for, especially when you have to deal with Arceus Ground, Solgaleo, Zarude, Mega Lopunny, etc. on a roster. Our next mon is going to be a Pokemon. At this point, we're looking at our team. We have like one rocker, and it's Arceus Ground. I don't want to be clicking Arceus Ground rocks every single time. I want to be clicking rocks on something else. So we decided to go with Regirock. This Pokemon was 4 points, and for 4 points, not bad at all. 200 base defense. It is a great check to Flying Stab, to Pokemon that would be going for just physical attacks in general. I can just eat the hits, rest up the damage, Thunder Wave, get rocks up, body press, all these great things. It is a fantastic Pokemon. Clear body as well to be able to be not victim of defense dropping moves or whatever the case may be, or intimidates or whatever the case. Again, this is a very solid Pokemon. Rocks is really the reason why I want it for, and it's insane physical defense stats. Our next mon for 3 points, we decided to go with Fortress. Now, Fortress is a Pokemon that I'm surprised it was only 3 points because it gets access to so many hazards. It gets spikes, it gets access to stealth rocks, it gets access to T-spikes as well, which I didn't have before. It gets Rapid Spin on top of that. But it gets more moves. It gets Volt Switch as well. It gets Counter. There's a ton of different unique options it has. It's only weak to one type in Fire, and I have a decent amount of Fire type answers. I'm gonna have one more coming up this next pick, but in general, it's a Pokemon that can always get up a hazard or two with my Sturdy ability, which is nice, and Momentum out of there. It's just a solid Pokemon overall. I don't expect it to come to too many weeks, but it is a Pokemon that can definitely come. My opponents have to be ready for it if they don't have any good Fire coverage. Our next mon is going to be for 7 points, Manaphy. Now, Manaphy, the way Liv described it, is Baby Suicune. Because even though Tail Glow is here, Tail Glow is actually banned because it is a cut move. So we can't use Tail Glow with Manaphy, unfortunately. However, it does get Calm Mind still, and Calm Mind is very scary. This is basically just a Crocoon, but with a Manaphy, with 100 base stats all around, which is still very scary. Very strong Pokemon overall, can just set up, still with the Calm Mind, can be supported with Light Screen, Reflect, with U-Turn, has a ton of different options. I like Manaphy a lot, I've used it in the past. Without the ability to set up is going to be a little bit unfortunate, but I'm not too concerned about it because Manaphy is still very, very broken. An amazing Pokemon. For 7 points in value, I'll definitely take it. Now, at this point, we have 2 points left of our 160-point budget. We decided to go ahead and grab a Pokemon that we did not have the type of before, and I wanted a Pokemon that people were going to be worried about. If you don't have a great Dark type or normal type, you're going to have to be worried about Polteageist for 2 points. Shell Smashing up? Come on now. If we can Shell Smash up, it's going to be GG's in certain situations, especially if we get rid of those broken Darks or normal types. And again, just like, let's take a look at what we had before. We have right here. Where is it? There we go. Mega Lopunny. That'll destroy the Darks and the Normals that we're going to see in the format. So I'm really excited to see what we can do with the Polteageist. One of the best Pokemon for the 2 points I definitely find, and can just set up and sweep at any given situation. If you're not prepped for it, you're going to have a really hard time dealing with it. Its coverage is not that great. It's like Psychic, Ghost, and I think Giga Drain as its only coverage options. And maybe like, Giga Drain, Hex, Dark Pulse, it gets access to that. It does get Psychic and Side Shock. So yeah, but again, the main thing is it doesn't have much in terms of its offensive repertoire to hit the Dark type Pokemon or the normal type Pokemon, but still a very strong Pokemon. Very excited to see it. That is gonna be our team for this season of BBL Arceus. I'm super excited for. Let me know which Pokemon you are most excited to see us use, and make sure to join us on twitch.tv/MattO'Shea for all of our streams for BBL Arceus week number 9. Join the Discord server down in the description to get notified whenever we do go live. But that's going to be it for me. I'm going to take off these ears because it is now end of this video. We're going to have to choose another hat for the next video. Every single stream will have a new hat for the content. So guys, thanks for watching the team build. Thanks for watching the stream so far, the video so far, and I will see you all next time.